Hi, this is Sauvik. This is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever part of the world you are. The topic for today, for all millennials, for all enterprise startup organizations, for all startup entrepreneurs across the world, specifically in tech and non-tech, is a core human attribute which fundamentally your B schools across the valley, across Europe and across India are not teaching you all. The object of this attitude is you move from being a naysayer to a criticism, to a constructive criticism, to being complimentary. How many times across the corridor or the boardroom are you being skeptic? How many times across the world, across the boardroom or your startup ideation whiteboard, are you being cynical? How many times across the world you are trying to be a naysayer? Today's journalists are naysayers. Today's media is a naysayer. And when I define naysaying attitude, that means fundamentally you don't have to be a giddy optimist. You don't have to be a super positive, agnostic individual. The idea of being a constructive critique to an idea of complimentary, there's a thin line. What happens in this operating model is you're about to find out that being complimentary, being critical is a thin line. You would have said or realized that the model which operates in complimenting an organization doesn't require funds, doesn't require money, doesn't require anything. If you see an individual doing well, go and give a spotlight award. Go and pat him on the back. Write a note and make him the star of the day. Do it in your family. Do it with your kids. Don't overdo it. Do it when he or she, an organization, a community has done something worth complimenting, but do compliment. Because default nature is naysaying, cynical, constructive critiquing all the time. How many times have you started doing compliments to your ecosystem across? So that has led to prima facie an object and a model and a framework which has got created where you reward and recognize an individual, where you reward and recognize an organization, where you reward and recognize a talent, where you reward and recognize a community. That's very important. As I sit and I see whatever successes people are getting, the turnaround times, the comebacks, it has always been a boost and trigger of constructive criticism, a feedback well taken, and the ability to boost their morale by a small compliment. It matters. It matters to that organization. It matters to that individual. It doesn't matter if a ground level staff goes and compliments his CEO on a great idea or a great deal and he says, well done. 2 words, well done, doesn't take away your thunder. It's an emotion. Humans have built the civilization. Humans have built enterprises. Humans have built communities. All you need to do is say, well done. And yes, if you want to be critiqued, give him a constructive criticism, but give him a solution, give him an advice and solution, and say, try and turn it around. On that note, it's been a pleasure shooting season 2 in the Himalayan foothills with my dear partnership with Pulse Play Digital. Signing off. Keep sharing, keep watching. Thank you for all the love and support. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever in the world you are. Thank you.